Can this show get any worse?
Iain Lee on Absolute Radio.
I'm looking kind of dazzled. I see neon lights whenever you walk by. Don't get me wrong. You say hello and I take a ride upon a sea where the misty is playing havoc with the tide. Don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. If I'm acting so distracted, I'm thinking about the fireworks that go off when you smile. Don't get me wrong. If I split like light reflected, I'm only off to wander across a moonlit mile. Once in a while, two people meet, seemingly for no reason. They just pass on the street. Suddenly thunder, showers everywhere. Who can explain the thunder and rain? But there's something in the air. Don't get me wrong. If I come and go like fashion, I might be great tomorrow, but hopeless yesterday. Don't get me wrong. If I fall in the mode of fashion, it might be unbelievable, but let's not say so long. It might just be fantastic. Don't get me wrong.
Iain Lee.
Absolute Radio.
This is what Dougie Anderson heard on yesterday's show.
Biffy Clyro have definitely released one of the all-time great albums. There's not a dud song on it. And I'd say the same about Vampire Weekend. Really? Really? Well, yeah, I'm a fan, I really like it. But really, one of the best albums ever? Well, yeah, it's my opinion, it's your opinion, but in your opinion, is it one of the best albums ever? Well, it's sold millions of copies. We're not here to talk about numbers, we're here to talk about quality. Kokomo by the Beach Boys, that sold loads. It's not the best Beach Boys song though, is it? I didn't phone up to talk about Kokomo by the Beach Boys. I've never even heard of it. Well, it was a single in the 80s by the Beach Boys, and let's face it, wasn't the original lineup. Well, what about Biffy Clyro? What about Biffy Clyro? Eh? And there the show ends.
Thanks for coming in, Doug. You can go now. You've earned your keep.
It was a pleasure.
Lovely to see you, fella.
Yeah, you too.
Nice to see you. Eloise is here. Hello, Eloise.
Hello.
You're right.
Yeah.
You can come and sit in here if you want, unless you've got stuff to do.
Well, it's the phone calls and that, isn't it?
Okay, but I don't want you to think that you're being edged out by what's
fine.
his face. Okay.
I'm not here to edge.
No, you never edge. Iain Lee, Absolute Radio. Eloise is here. Dougie Anderson is here. Always a pleasure. Oh, I've just ripped the the Red Hot Chili Peppers Give It Away off of my song list, literally, so we won't be playing that.
Is that a bad thing, though?
No. One of the most overrated bands in the world?
Well, that song comes from Blood Sugar Sex Magic, which was okay as an album. I was never really that into it, although I did see them at Reading Festival in '94, and then they started kind of a bit of self-parody, then they had that song which would have come out about 2002, which seemed to have the chorus of Sad Sack.
Which one is that?
Getting away and there's a nosebleed on the street. Sad Sack. And it was just like, really?
They're funny. That kind of bland white funk is just, it doesn't do. And then, of course, the Stadium Arcadium double album. Ooh.
A lot of people would argue that the best thing Flea ever did was play Needles in Back to the Future 2.
Needles?
Yeah.
What character was Needles?
When Marty McFly, as in the father figure, and he was saying, "Oh, don't be a chicken, just press the button." And it's on the screen. He's going, "Don't be a chicken." And he presses the button, and then the boss comes on from, I think, Japan or something. And he says, "You're fired, McFly." And Needles was played by Flea.
The guy that
played
bassist. The guy that played the dad in Back to the Future 2 was not the guy that played the dad in Back to the Future 1.
But was he, the guy who played in Back to the Future 1, did he not go on to be in the sitcom with Michael J. Fox, the political...
Spin City?
Yeah.
I cannot answer that question for legal reasons. That's why. Have you read any of Michael J. Fox's books?
No.
They're brilliant. You should read them. Obviously, they're kind of, about him having Parkinson's and things like that. But it's brilliant because he just dismisses all of his films as going, so yeah, I did Back to the Future. It was all right. Anyway, and just
it was all right, but let's face it, it was no Doc Hollywood.
Or The Frighteners, which I watched 6 times in Pakistan. That's based on a true story. Dougie, it's lovely to have you in here. People can call up and speak to you, and you will speak to them back. Is that true?
Yes.
Okay.
Now, I'm ready to speak to people.
Yeah.
But my question to you is, will there be songs before the first talk spot?
well, this is the first.
Or is this a talk spot?
Well, this is a talk spot. Talk spot.
Well,
this is talk sport, and we're having a talk spot.
Sounds like
0330 123 1215 is the phone number. Now, we've been asking people to remix versions of the Ghostbusters theme as a new theme for the show. And this one, I've not heard this yet. This is from Richard Sigvardland, who said,
I'm guessing he's from somewhere in Yorkshire with a surname like that.
Racist. His email says, "This is that thing you asked people to do."
Right. Wow.
So
succinct.
Let's see what he's come up with.
Iain Lee's 2-hour-long late-night radio show starting at 11.
Iain Lee on Absolute Radio.
Okay, so he's taken the Ghostbusters theme, put an at the start, and the man saying my name.
It's not so much of a remix, more of an addition, a prefix addition.
A prefix addition, which was not what was requested, Richard Sigvardland. So,
I wonder, Siggy though.
Maybe later on. I'm trying to cut down. Oh, I could do with a cigarette. I could do with. Are you still?
That is 8 minutes past 11 punnage there, and
straight in.
That bodes very well for 11:15.
Well, I thought we'd play a game today. I thought we'd play celebrity poker today, and we will discuss which celebrities we've met today. And we'll see who's met the most exciting celebrities today.
Okay.
I'll go first. And these are people I've genuinely met today. Or sat in the same room as. Anthony Worrell Thompson.
Big name.
Yeah.
Big chef.
Yeah.
Yeah. Rusty Lee. Big name.
Okay.
Bigger chef.
Carol Vorderman.
A numbers girl.
Yeah.
A nice looking girl.
Beautiful.
Yeah,
beautiful.
She's a woman.
Smells wonderful.
Again, Rusty Lee. Nah, I'm joking. I didn't meet any.
You think you don't meet anybody?
No. Well, I was playing along with the ruse.
So you were just saying a comical name from the mid to late 80s, and bearing in mind, you know that she's my mum. So, also David Byrne from the Talking
come
Heads.
on. How was David Byrne?
He was brilliant. I was very nervous. Go on.
I did a tweet reply to you this afternoon when you said you were a little bit nervous to meet him, to interview him.
You tweet spammed me.
And I said something like, well, just talk to him about Dumbarton, where he was born.
Yes, I didn't do that because I wasn't sure if you got that fact from the Wikipedia.
No.
Made of home of lies.
He actually still has a British and American passport. It's dual citizenship.
Flashgate. If I'd known that, I would have ripped it up in front of him.
And also was on. Did you see that documentary on the music of New York, which was on BBC4 maybe last year, and it took in sort of punk, post-punk, hip hop. So you had television, you had the Sugar Hill Gang, you had Talking Heads, and it was fabulous. Never been repeated.
Isn't that amazing? Why would they do that?
I'll tell you another thing.
Could be a clearance issue
in that same genre.
Yes.
And especially television. And everyone talks about Marquee Moon as being a great album, one of the best albums of all time. Now, you were talking about the great albums of last year.
No, we're talking about perfect albums.
Perfect albums.
Yeah, perfect albums.
Now, I think there's an argument to say that Marquee Moon is a perfect album. However, a lot of people think that television only ever had one album. Their second album, Adventure, which came, I think, 2 years afterwards, is majestic.
Can I just stop you for a second, Dougie? This is Absolute Radio, this is not Six Music.
Okay.
Just so you know...
That's true.
Kind of the
now,
core.
It brings me on to the Stereophonics, those Welsh wizards of rock.
Those guys are crazy, aren't
they?
they?
They always like to have a nice day, but can we hear them having a nice day?
Yes, we can.
It's the Fonz.
No, it's not there. Basically, I have several things I'd like to discuss this evening.
Yeah.
First of all, I'm trying to find the nicest eyes in pop, and I will throw this on the table. And allow it to be kicked around and dissected.
Can't be Gabrielle, can it?
Do you know what? Isn't it
She's
funny?
got a nice eye, but we never see that. She hasn't. She's got two functioning eyes.
She has. I think she does.
But she just decides to hide one. Now, why does she hide one?
Because it has the power to turn you to erotic stone. She's nice. I was listening to Magic the other day in a cab, and Gabrielle came. She was quite good, Gabrielle. Kind of liked that.
She did that. She did do a duet with
E17.
With Brian Harvey and the lads, Tony Mortimer.
Yeah, and the other two, John.
Yeah, John.
John. One was called John.
And there was.
And they're builders now, I think.
Yeah, there was a lot of. Do you know what it means at the end of sentences? Which I wasn't a fan of.
I like their song Steam.
Well, Deep was genuinely a really good pop song.
Can't you hear the thunder calling from the mountains high? Time to spread your wings and fly.
Don't you worry, 'cause it's alright. We are the start of the new breed. Something.
He's doing the hand movement there, dear listener. And he's bringing...
Because they were very much the dark side of Take That.
They were the Rolling Stones to Take That's Beatles.
Yes, the maybe the Blur to the Oasis of Take That.
They had a little reunion as well when they saw Take That.
Oh, didn't go well.
They ended up having a punch up. But didn't Tony Mortimer smack?
They played small venues, like small theatres, and as far as I know, Take That are selling out stadiums.
Well, this is the rumour going around. They're selling out stadiums.
You can't slag off Take That now, can you?
No.
They're kind of like, oh, come on, we all love Take That.
They're like your gran and grandparents, collectively known. And you wouldn't want to slag off your grandparents.
Continuously singing and soiling themselves.
Oh, bless. So, the best eyes in pop.
Someone get a mop. Mark Owen's done something. Of course, that's a joke.
It's legal.
And if he did do something, then
it's his right to do that. Fine.
Yeah, it means exactly. Mark Owen. He's a millionaire.
Does what he wants. Pete Townsend, I would suggest.
Nice eyes.
Oh, come on, Anderson. What are you talking? He's got beautiful eyes.
I don't... But because of his nose, people don't really take in his eyes as much as you obviously have done.
His nose is smaller than it used to be in the early 70s.
Really?
If you look at the picture of him from 1972 and look at a picture of him now, the nose is nowhere near as prominent.
72, that would be kind of boiler suit era.
Yeah,
with
the white boiler
maroon
suit.
Doc Martens.
Yeah, coming out of the end of that boiler suit era.
Yeah.
I was very disappointed to find out that he used to wear knee pads.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and that's how he could do the kind of jumping and landing on his knees and skidding and things.
Oh, right.
Disappointing. But doesn't detract from the eyes, which are eyes you could drown in. They're so beautiful.
Female musician eyes. Where have you got any favourites?
Female musician eyes. Oh, I don't really look at ladies' eyes. I get nervous.
Hey, come on! You should never be nervous.
Oh, I do get
looking
nervous.
into a lady's eyes.
Susie Quattro had an amazing arse.
Yeah, but what about those eyes?
She showed it to me once. Not like pulled her pants down or anything, but I interviewed her and said, I just got to say, Susie, when I was a young lad, your bottom, and she was wearing leather trousers, your bottom got me through a very difficult phase. And she went, oh, you mean this? And she stood up, and she bent over like that and looked over.
The thing is with Susie Quattro, I imagine that she's got quite a quaint outlook on her posterior and how it was viewed.
Yes.
But she doesn't know. She doesn't know some of the effort that went into appreciating that by thousands of 70s.
Would you like to speak to Daniel Parker? Daniel Parker's on the line.
Hold on a second, I just want to get ready just in case Daniel Parker phones up.
Daniel Parker, you're on the radio? No, you're an idiot, Parker, because he called up yesterday and his phone went wrong, and he tweeted saying, "Oh, my phone went wrong when I've called up Iain Lee," and now he's not there. Parker, where are you?
Hello?
He's underwater. He's drowning. Parker.
Hello?
Hello.
Hello, Daniel.
Hello?
Hi, Daniel.
Hello?
Yep. Danny?
Hello?
Yep.
Huh.
Dan. Danny? Danny? Yep. Beep.
Good start to the show. Good start to the show.
For yourself, my man, you'll never be what is in your heart. Weep, little lion man, you're not as brave as you were at the start. Rate yourself and rake yourself, take all the courage you have left and waste it on fixing all the problems that you made in your own head. But it was not your fault but mine, and it was your heart on the line. I really f***ed it up this time, didn't I, my dear? Didn't I, my dear? Tremble for yourself, my man, you know that you have seen this all before. Tremble, little lion man, you'll never settle any of your scores. Your grace is wasted in your face, your boldness stands alone among the wreck. Now learn from your mother, or I'll spend your days biting your own neck. But it was not your fault but mine, and it was your heart on the line. I really f***ed it up this time, didn't I, my dear? But it was not your fault but mine, and it was your heart on the line. I really f***ed it up this time, didn't I, my dear? Didn't I, my dear? And it was your heart on the line. I really f***ed it up this time, didn't I, my dear? Didn't I, my dear?
This is Absolute Radio. Absolute Radio.
All this week on Jeff Lloyd's Home Time Show, you can get yourself out of the cold winter weather, all thanks to lowcostholidays.com. To win, all you have to do is guess where the show security guard Martin is off to on his holidays. Guess correctly and you'll win an amazing Mediterranean trip.
Guess the destination of my holiday from my clues and the contents of my suitcase. And you might even join me on my oath.
Win all this week thanks to Jeff Lloyd's Home Time Show. Whether you're looking for a beach holiday, city break or long-haul trip, now anyone can go anywhere with lowcostholidays.com.
Absolute Radio.
If you have a chip in your windscreen, make just one call direct to Autoglass. We're the experts. We can usually repair that chip for free if you fully comp, and it won't affect your no-claims bonus.
Call Autoglass directly on 0800 234 234 or book online at autoglass.co.uk.
Autoglass repair, Autoglass replace.
Okay, class, music on. Let's go. Time to warm up. 4 steps to the left. And Debbie, turn that thermostat up 18 to 21 degrees. Okay, everyone, then forward. Pick up that bowl of hot soup and eat. And put on those extra layers. 1, 2, 3. Now, most important, check your neighbour. Are they okay? Good. Let's go.
There are lots of ways to warm up this winter. If you know someone at risk from the cold, check on them to make sure they're okay. Find out more at direct.gov.uk/keep warm, keep well.
Iain Lee on Absolute Radio.
And she was lying in the grass, and she could hear the highway breathing, and she could see a nearby factory. She's making sure she is not dreaming. See the lights of her neighbor's house. Now she's starting to rise. Take a minute to concentrate, and she opens up her eyes. The world was moving, she was right there with it, and she was. The world was moving, she was floating above it, and she was. And she was. And she was drifting through the backyard, and she was taking off her dress, and she was moving very slowly, rising up above the earth, moving into the universe, and she's drifting this way and out, not touching the ground at all, and she's up above the yard. The world was moving, she was right there with it, and she was. Hey, hey. The world was moving, she was floating above it, and she was. Hey, 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 she was right about it, no doubt about it. She isn't sure about what she's done. No time to think about what to tell him. No time to think about what she's done, and she was. Hey, 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 hey. And she was looking at herself, and things were looking like a movie. She had a pleasant elevation. She's moving out in all directions. Oh, oh, oh. Hey, 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 the world was moving, she was right there with it, and she was. Hey. The world was moving, she was floating above it, and she was. Hey, hey. Joining the world of missing persons, and she was. Missing enough to feel alright, and she was. And she was.
I have found the greatest site in the world. I shall give you it in a second. It's the work of an insane genius. Iain Lee, Absolute Radio. Eloise is here. Hello, Eloise.
Hey, Louise.
Sorry?
Hey, Louise.
Hey, Louise. Dougie Hanson is here.
Evening, sir.
And Eloise has reminded me, and I think I've forgotten this, but I think we've been adhering to it anyway. The first hour on a Tuesday is nice hour.
Yes.
I think we've been quite nice.
No,
haven't
yet
we?
we have.
Yep.
I just thought you should announce it.
Thank you. We've been quite nice. Dougie, you're looking lovely.
You are looking sprightly. You seem to have a zest for life, some spunk in you, if you will. The traditional sense of zest.
And Eloise, you smell nice.
Thanks.
You smell nice too. I haven't smelt Louise yet, but
we're all nice people.
Yeah.
0330 123 1215. A couple of things I should just say. Gabrielle has got ptosis, which has affected her eye since 1990.
Do you mean psoriasis?
No, I mean ptosis.
Really?
Ptosis.
So she wears the eye patch for a reason.
She's got ptosis. Basically. Oh, look, there's someone with ptosis. It's from the Greek. Ptosis, from the Greek, ptosis is a drooping of the upper or lower eyelid. The drooping may be... It's basically got a droopy eyelid.
Right.
Drawing attention to it with the eye patch, I think, really.
A lazy eye?
No, the eye's not lazy. The eyelid is lazy. Is the situation.
So she is a lazy eyelid lady in some ways.
That's a song, isn't it? Kerry Sheehan has emailed in. Oh, you should have told me you're going to cough. I wasn't expecting that.
I was just clearing it for Kerry Sheenan's email.
A big fan, but please mention my site, 2,600 pens. Type it into search bar. Now, I've typed it into search bar and I've found 2,600 pens. Dougie, you're struggling to find it.
I've typed it into search bar as well. I've got nothing. I've got... What comes up is currency converter. 2,600 Peruvian Nouvelle Sols equals £585 sterling. Now, I'm sure... that is not this lady's site.
No. If you're looking for the site and you can't find it, I've just posted the link on the Facebook page, facebook.com/Iain Lee Show. But the site is... Are you ready for this, Dougie?
Yeah.
Don't put www. Sites.
Yep.
You're not typing...
Am I meant to be typing?
What? Do you want to see it?
Sorry,
or do you just
no,
want
what I liked about that was that it sounded like an anecdote and I was just getting comfortable.
No, this is work time.
Sites.
So no www.
No.
And this is interesting. It's HTTPS. Is that normal?
Well, no, is that before or after sites? Now, am I meant to be writing insight? Because I've already put SI in.
If you, I think you might have googled it with a space between the 2,600.
No,
oh, really?
No, because we had that.
Eloise has found it.
This conversation happened during the last.
To Google
song.
it again. Go to Google. Right, I'm going to go to Google again.
Times like this, I feel like I'm in the Social Network.
I haven't seen the film in a long time.
Very good, very good.
Now, listen, let's have this conversation. The King's Speech looks really boring, doesn't it?
No, I think it looks interesting.
It's a really posh man who is blighted by a speech impediment that can only be cured by going to the world's best speech therapist.
I struggled to see how they made a film out of it.
You were bigging it up all day on Twitter.
No, you didn't listen to me. I said to you on Twitter that it looks boring. However, I've not heard a single bad review, so therefore I'm willing to watch it because I heard it's great. And you're saying, well, it looks well boring.
It does look well boring.
I thought you went to see it and thought it was boring. I didn't know you...
No, he's just spouting off as per usual, not thinking he knows best.
Oh, this is some big talk.
But that's nice of him.
My wife, who's nice, has been saying for ages, I'd like to go and see that film. And me being the dutiful husband has been going, well, we should go one day. Let's get a babysitter and go. Now, we've not been to see a film for 8 months.
8 months, that's a long time.
It's a long time. And it dawned on me that the first film that I see in 8 months, I don't want it to be some crappy film about a king who can't speak.
You should watch that 127 hours.
That's what I'm going to go
It's
see.
amazing.
I want to see that. Yeah, I want to see that. Or Monsters or something like that. I don't want to go and see...
That 127 hours is the best film I've seen in years.
You bought 127 hours, which is nice. But
one of those films that you know what's happening before you go in, because obviously it's based on a true story, as is The King's Speech, but with a few nooks and crannies, twists and turns.
What twist and turn is there in The King's Speech?
Well, the fact that Peter Sellers gets him to change his speech into, well, the chap who played Peter Sellers, obviously.
Peter Sellers? Oh, I see, the actor who plays, okay. I've created a furore on Twitter by yesterday suggesting that Sgt. Pepper, the album, is SH1T. And I've also suggested that The King's Speech looks well dull.
No.
And loads of people have tweeted me saying, I'm going to unfollow you now. You're a dick.
But the thing is with Sgt. Pepper, though, it's more of an important album than an amazing album. And there's some great songs in it, but there are also some songs that just... It's that thing with the Beatles, isn't it? People go, oh, the Beatles are amazing. The Beatles did some rubbish songs as well.
Yeah, Maxwell Silverhammer.
Yeah, and listening to you last night, I mean, I'm with you on sort of probably Revolver being their best album.
I'm starting to think maybe Abbey Road. Abbey Road has always been my second favourite. I heard it again the other day for the first time in a long time. It's a great album. It's a great album.
I jogged past the very studio this afternoon.
Which studios?
The Abbey Road studios. Yeah.
And what's that?
I was just running. I was going for a run.
Okay.
And
I went and stood outside there when the night that George Harrison died, and watched from a distance. I was quite a big star at that time, and the 11 o'clock show was still fresh in people's minds.
Hello, it's Absolute Radio.
Oh, there you go. just in case we've forgotten, Dougie. It's Absolute Radio. And I stood with a hood up and watched some young men smoking what I believe may have been a magic cigarette. I'm not sure.
Yeah, the magic cigarettes
It's what George would have wanted. It's not. He'd like to have still been alive. But second best was some young men smoking...
Do you have a favourite George Harrison album?
I don't really know that many George Harrison albums. I do like Cloud 9.
Whilst being an amazing musician and seemingly a thoroughly nice bloke, you could never have imagined George Harrison having too many belly laughs. He seemed quite a serious. You know what I mean?
You say that, but he was big. He was friends with Monty Python.
I know, and that's the irony of it. I just can't imagine him going really hell for leather on the laughs.
Yeah.
And you know,
I missed George is my favourite Beatle.
Yeah, perhaps mine as well.
Do you know, maybe I need to get some George Harrison albums. I know you have to tread carefully, and obviously I've got the All Things Must Pass, which is for the most part is a treat.
I've got that vinyl box set of that.
Really?
Yeah, it's really 12 inches all round, and you stick it on, and my golly, that music does come out at you.
Wow.
And you're kind of thinking, this is great music. Not for the belly laughers, but great music all the same.
Ringo did some decent solo stuff. Back Off Boogaloo.
I don't have any of Ringo's solo stuff, actually. But that's a bit of a plot line, is it? Or perhaps a tiny plot line in 500 Days of Summer.
Yeah. I've not seen this film. Zooey Deschanel.
Yeah. Good if you're of an indie persuasion and a romanticist.
I'm English.
Hey, come on. Come on. That's not going to stop you enjoying the Jesus and the Mary tune.
I've never heard a Cocteau Twins song.
You've never heard one?
No. I don't think I'd like them.
I think you would. I don't think I would. I think you've got esoteric music tastes.
Yes, or esoteric. But yes.
No, you see so, I say so. And which isn't a bad thing, because I'm not dissimilar. But if I was to give you a mix CD, as they are now, not a cassette, and certainly not buying a single, I think 90% of the songs that you wouldn't know until listening, you would actually genuinely like, and either email, text me, or indeed go for the personal phone call and say, what's number 7, what's number 8, or leave that message on my phone.
Could you do that for me?
I'd love to.
Okay, that would be nice.
I would absolutely love to. I'll give you one that I'd put on it, just one.
Yeah.
And you would love it in 5 seconds flat. I'm sure a lot of people listening would as well if they find it. Peter Sellers and the Hollies doing the theme tune for the Peter Sellers film After the Fox.
Oh, so hang on. Sorry, I thought you were going to make a tape of Cocteau Twins songs.
No. I was going to do some indie stuff that you might not know, but I would put maybe top and tail it with with something that was slightly esoteric, but would be genuinely well received. And After the Fox by Peter Sellers and the Hollies, written by Burt Bacharach, would be amazing. Do you
mean this?
Yes,
Grab your girl.
That's got speaking over it.
Guard your gold. Hold your jewels. The fox is loose. I will be out of here by 3 o'clock tomorrow.
Yeah.
This I promise you.
But that's the opening of the...
Is there a song?
Of the theme tune, yes.
Here we go. This is it. I've never even heard of this film. Oh, here we go.
Yeah.
Oh, no, that's not it. Jeez.
No, sorry. It's not one of the best sellers did, but it's certainly not one of the worst.
Here we go. This is it. Here we go.
Okay.
I quite like the Hollies. Overlooked.
Listen to the harmonies, and the chorus is cracking as well.
Who is the fox?
Oh, I know this.
I am the fox.
I know this song.
Are you?
I am me.
I am me.
Who is me? Me is a thief.
Are you bring your boy?
Here's the chorus.
This is good.
Yeah. This is compilation number 1.
Oh, nice chords.
Yep.
Graham Nash, very, very high in the mix.
You're walking through
Very
Hampstead
high in the
Heath,
mix.
just enjoying a Thursday morning. You've had a croissant and a macchiato already.
I've heard that song before. It's a good song.
Yeah.
I like that. But what we were talking... 2,600 pens. Have you found it yet? I've just Googled it and found it.
No, I get
the second one down, 2600.
Hold on, I've got it.
What were you doing
I
wrong?
don't know, I was too busy thinking about something else.
Pens, we love them. To contact us, please email 2600pens, no reply @gmail.com. Only expect the auto-reply email.
Now, this is someone who listens to your show who has emailed you the link for this.
Correct.
Right.
Why do we love pens? The answer is simple. Just get the right one. Fake pens. I've gone to fake pens. Fake pens are hard to spot to the untrained eye. The signs are that your pen is leaking, or it is having trouble writing, or incredibly cheap. To check it isn't a fake, go to Prices. Good shops to go to buy pens.
I've just popped into ink cartridges.
Oh, go on.
If you use the wrong cartridge, then it can end up with difficult consequences.
I hate difficult consequences. I'm trying to avoid... My New Year's resolution is to avoid difficult consequences.
I would say a lot of us don't like consequences in the first place, but difficult ones, not a fan. Not a fan.
Good shops to go to buy pens. Ryman's. Ryman's will give you quality for every penny that you pay for the pen, and they are expertise in Parker. They don't have a good range of Lamy, but still, if you are looking for specialist pens, then you have your store. VAT is tons.
Swiss Tips. The art of Swiss Tips is not at all difficult. All you do is not press hard, and eureka, you got it. The max you should spend is £6. That's from Swiss Tips, and my one would simply be Burn in the springtime.
Erasers. If you were looking for
Zurich
erasers
for a winter walk.
If you are looking for erasers, then you should go to WH Smith, and Ryman's will only give you Tipex. But if you get an eraser, then you'll be left with a yellow patch on the page. And when you write on it, the patch will erase it. So in many ways, Tipex is much better. But erasers are good for school, and Tipex is basically paint.
Mechanical pens, stroke pencils. If you're getting a mechanical pen, stroke pencil, then be aware you need to inspect it, or maybe even try one out. Pilot are a very good make if you're looking for a pencil that is mechanical. But if you're looking for a pen, Parker is back.
Perfect grip seeking. For the perfect grip, you do not want to buy every pen in the world.
Not only is it greedy, but it's foolhardy.
I do want... For the perfect grip, you do not want to buy every pen in the world.
If you did buy every pen in the world, you'd be a similar type of figure to the Baron from The Legend of Tim Tyler, the boy who lost his laugh. Someone who had everything, minus one thing. He didn't have the power to laugh.
Jesus, that's heartbreaking. Literally heartbreaking. They give the tips to find the perfect grip seeking. Number 1. Check what you are most comfortable with, e.g. triangular, knobbly, none at all. And that's it. That's the suggestions. 0330 123 1215. Charlie, Kevin from East London, Ray from Finchley will be with you after an hour in the Whale. Are you enjoying yourself, Dougie?
Very much so.
That's what we like to hear. That's what we're here.
Lisa likes brandy and the way it hits her lips. She's a rock and roll survivor with pendulum hips. She's got deep brown eyes that have seen it all. Working at a nightclub that was called the Avenue. The barman used to call her Little Lisa Looney Tune. She went on almost anyone. But from the hard time living till the Chelsea days, from when her hair was sweet blonde till the day it turned gray, she said Lifegoeson. You got more than money and sense, my friend. You got heart and you go in your own way. Lifegoeson. What you don't have now will come back again. You got heart and you go in your own way. Some people wear the history like a map on their face, and Joey was an artist just living out a case. But his best work was his letters home. Extended works of fiction about imaginary success, when chorus girls and neon were his closest thing to friends. But to a writer, the truth is no big deal. And from the hard time living to the sleepless nights, and the black and blue body from the weekend fights, you'd say Lifegoeson. Got more than money and sense, my friend. You got heart, and you go in your own way. Lifegoeson. What you don't have now will come back again. You got heart, and you go in your own way. On my last night on earth, I won't look to the sky, just breathe in the air and blink in the light. On my last night on earth, I pay a high price to have no regrets and be done with my life. Lifegoeson. Got more than money and sense, my friend. You got heart, and you go in your own way. Lifegoeson. What you don't have now will come back again. You got heart, and you go in your own way. Lifegoeson. Got more than money and sense, my friend. You got heart, and you go in your own way. Lifegoeson. What you don't have now will come back again. You got heart, and you go in your own way.
The station you're listening to now is Absolute Radio. The £1,000 mixtape. You can win £1,000 a day. To win the cash, just identify the clips of the songs that you can hear on our lovely radio stations. The station you're listening to now is Absolute Radio.
After 300 meters, you have reached your destination.
Oh, you love your TomTom sat-nav. There it is, clinging to your windscreen like some chatty tree frog. You'd be lost without it. If only it was more built-in. No more messy wires. No more, did I remember to put it in the glove box? Well, in a Renault Clio or Megane dynamic TomTom, it is built-in, just like the MP3 and Bluetooth connectivity and the cruise control. To locate one, visit your nearest dealer or renault.co.uk.
It's a double rollover! So here's to those who open the door when opportunity knocks, who throw back the covers, get out there and seize the day. The ones who can't wait for the £10 million double rollover this Wednesday. Think Lotto. Games rules and procedures apply. Players must be 16 or over. Jackpot amount is an estimate.
Don't forget, the deadline for completing your self-assessment tax return is fast approaching. You must do it online by the 31st of January. So why not get it out of the way today? Do it online at hmrc.gov.uk. And remember to pay any money due. Self-assessment. Get started now.
The Absolute Radio Ticket Store. One of the best comedy festivals in the world is nearly here. The Leicester Comedy Festival starts in February, but first up is the London Preview, featuring 4 of the best comedians in the world, including Terry Alderton and Zoe Lyons, who you might have seen on Michael McIntyre's Comedy Roadshow. The Leicester Comedy Festival London Preview Show, in association with Absolute Radio and Laughing Boy Comedy Club, is on Wednesday, 26th of January at the City Arts and Music Project. For tickets and more information, just go to absoluteradio.co.uk. The Absolute Radio Ticket Store.
Absolute Radio.
Iain Lee on Absolute Radio. Eloise is here as always.
Yeah.
Thank you for sorting out the David Byrne interview. It was one of the most exciting things I've done in a long, long time.
Good,
I know it was hard work for you to sort it out, but you did it. It did record, didn't it?
Yes, I've definitely got it. 14 minutes of you and him hardly talking.
It was one of those interviews that I had to do all the work.
Did you say though? You ask if it recorded.
Yes.
But did you see that Leonard Cohen film about his tour in 1972?
I've got it on Sky Plus. I'm looking forward to watching it. Yes.
Well, there's a scene there
Yeah.
where he's getting interviewed by someone, and
Yeah.
let's just say
No.
Didn't Carson?
No, really?
Yeah.
I interviewed Mark Commode, who I'm a big fan of, recently, and Eloise wasn't there, so I was in the studio on my own to record it, and I didn't have his microphone up. So you be me, and you ask me a question. Go on.
Okay.
I'll be Mark Commode.
Okay. So you're known as being a film critic, but you also play in a band. What kind of stuff are you doing? Is it still the rockabilly?
Yeah, we do the rockabilly stuff, and I play guitar, and we were on the Danny Baker show doing all the music.
And the good thing is as well that not only do you play, but you look cool when you do it. You've always got a black shirt, a black tie on. Is that because you're a bit morose, or is it just a cool look?
It's a cool look, but if you notice, my hair's kind of going a lot greyer, and I'm aging. But I think I'm wearing it well.
Well, Mark, thanks for coming in. I think we've got the clearance. That went really well. That's showreel material. Okay, all the best, Mark. Thanks very much.
And that was the interview that we had. That was what we had. Jeff Lloyd, who does a show here, does an excellent show here.
He's very nice chap. Met him a couple of times.
Very nice chap. I want to be his friend, but we're both quite shy.
I could instigate something.
Well, the thing is, I've said to him, Jeff, I want to be your friend, but I'm quite shy.
Have you not said that?
I have said it to him.
When?
It was an email when I was getting him to record that thing for you.
You have to do it in person. You can't do this become friends by email nonsense.
He listened to the show the other night and loved it.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
He could be listening just now.
No, he hardly listens because he's normally asleep.
If he was listening just now, I just say, Jeff, I heard you and the Levelers in session this evening, and really does seem the Levelers have got some new creative ideas. They're surpassing the Hothouse Flowers in many ways in that respect. But let's get to the nitty gritty. Ian wants to be friends with you. He's a little bit shy. I don't know which box his original email went into, whether it was junk or whether it was purged in the first place. Give the lad a call. He's not all he seems, and by that I mean there's a lot more than meets the eye.
Dougie Anderson, that's very.
And he plays the ukulele.
Does he?
Yeah.
We might do a ukulele song last week tonight. It was so popular. We
did. I was harmonising.
You were. Yeah. That's going into the Sonys. You might win me a Sony.
It's people on the programme for best clip of the year.
Of not of this show.
Of every show.
Of the whole radio station, Dougie.
So this show is going to. It has been nominated, or
it's being sent to them to see if they like.
We don't find out till like the end of March.
But that clip is everyone's favourite clip of the entire station's output in the last 12 months. It's true.
Would I be thanked in any way? Or? No. Because that's the way the media works.
Yes.
You're up there, you're down there, you're kind of over there.
Shall I do what you did in it, Dougie, as well?
Go.
Beyonce on the ukulele.
It's Beyonce.
And then the other bit you do is, what's the bit that she sings? Do her bit.
Which bit?
You just don't know about me.
You must not know about me.
You don't know a thing.
I never made it as a wise man. I never made it as a joker cheating. Not my words. Those of Chad.
People are impersonating you. Anyway, so Jeff was telling me that he once interviewed. Is it Brinsley from Aswad?
I'm not sure.
The lead singer from Aswad.
Shine like a star.
Those guys.
Yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong, I know Aswad.
Let's say they're called Aswad. Let's say it's called Brinsley, okay? And this is when he was on a local radio station. And this story has 2 levels.
Yeah.
Okay.
So this is a multi-layered story before we start.
Dual-layered.
Yeah.
And
can we make a 3 before it finishes? I think you can.
Okay, let's see where we go. They only had 1 studio at this local radio station.
Layer 1.
Oh, in that case, I can make it 3 easily.
Okay.
Possibly 4. So they only had 1 studio, and there was another DJ there who had booked the studio to do a band doing a session. And Jeff was like, well, I've got a phone call with Brinsley, the lead singer from Aswad. I need the studio. He said, well, I've got a band in. No, this is only going to be 2 layers then if you've not come in with another layer yet. Yeah. So what Jeff had to do was he had to phone up Brinsley from Aswad.
5 seconds into layer 2.
And had to say... had to pretend to do the interview on the phone. Said, all right, I'm just going to press record now, okay?
Layer 3, popping its head round the corner.
So, Brinsley, tell us about what Aswad are up to. And he just had a phone conversation with him and pretended he was recording it.
Strong layer 3.
Here comes layer 4. Do you know who that band were that were in the studio that meant that he couldn't go in record Brinsley from Aswad?
Layer 4 is off the diving board and into the pool.
Oasis. It was Oasis!
Oasis?
It's Oasis, I swear to God!
The Gallagher boys?
Yes!
Bonehead Paul Athers?
Did he tell you this over email?
No, he told me this in the hotel lobby, not the hotel lobby, the reception of Absolute Radio.
Oh, well, how did you get onto that?
Because I told him about the Mark Commode muff-up.
Oh.
Yeah.
Why didn't you tell him then, I want to be your friend?
Oh, I can't...
I'm surprised to think that you've even spoke to each other now.
Because the thing is with Jeff Lloyd, I think I met him I met him twice. The first time was at a Dave Gorman gig, and we had drinks afterwards.
Okay.
And he was one of those people. Now, we all know people in the media who may lack some manners.
I mean, next no.
Yeah, well, not for me to say.
No.
But he was full of manners. How are you doing? Lovely to meet you. Handshakes. Just genuinely
gentleman.
A nice chap.
Yes.
Now, what do manners cost these days? £78?
Well, on eBay you can get them for a little bit less than that, I would suggest.
But therein is just one of the 4 main reasons that the internet is so powerful. And he was just such a lovely, lovely fella that I did think at the time, if I'm not going to be friends with him, I know someone who should be.
Please, sir, me, sir.
Yes.
Should we go take a phone call?
Yeah.
Ray's in Finchley. Good evening, Ray.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Yeah, it's nice to hear Dougie back on the show. Welcome back, Doug.
Thank you, Ray. And nice to hear the Finchley contingents. And talking about Mark Kermode earlier on, lovely cinema in Finchley.
Oh, I can do a joke with your names, if you don't mind me shortening your name to Doug.
Okay, but only this once.
Okay. Doug, Ray, Scott. That's an actor.
Yes, it is.
Yes, that's an actor.
Now, that is a play on words.
Yes.
And if I were Jenny Faulkner at the moment, I would simply retort, I see what you did there. That's what she would do. I see what you did there.
Do you see what I did there, Ryan? Did you like what I did there?
Yeah, it was clever. Well, I wouldn't have been able to think of that.
I'm cleverer than Ray from Finchley. My work here is complete. Okay, Raymond, you're on the radio. What can we do for you?
Well, you basically preempted what I was going to say, because I was going to mention Beyonce on the ukulele.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, because that was a classic moment from the...
Classic moment. Yes. I love classic moments, especially when I'm on them.
I think what made that moment classic was the fact that it wasn't pre-planned. Things were happening. Now, we weren't sure where things were going to go, but things were happening.
And also, Maureen Walker was on the phone.
Oh, she was...
I remember her. She was mad, wasn't she? She was a bit of a... Mad in a nice way, if that's not an oxymoron.
Yes. She was an oxymoron, I think. But I wouldn't say that to her face. Ray, can you play the ukulele?
No, I'm a flute player, sadly.
You what?
A James Galway in our presence,
really?
methinks. Or Ian Anderson from The Tull.
Yeah, more Ian Anderson.
Ian Lee is currently doing an Ian Anderson... The classic Ian Anderson impression.
What other rock stars famously play their instruments whilst on one foot? Are there any? Because Anderson would... Is he related to you?
No. Oh. But bizarrely, my father is called Ian Anderson as well. Yeah, although he was never involved in the rock and roll circus by the Rolling Stones.
That's going to be the next hour.
He was never in the Tull. Well, the only you could think, does anyone use a stool to perch upon in some way? So
Garfunkel. Simon sits down and Garfunkel perches. Does Garfunkel purchase?
It's kind of the way you would play high tig as a child. You know, I'm high. You can't tig me. I'm high.
Oh, it as we called it.
Yeah. Well, differences in the countries there.
Yes.
Tig.
Ray, can you think of any rock stars that only play on one foot?
On one foot? I don't know. Wasn't there? No, I cannot.
Are you in pain, Ray? So if this is causing you physical discomfort, then we don't need to discuss this any further.
No, I'm not a man of many words, sadly. That's why I called you in the nice hour.
Well, Ray, it's a pleasure to talk to you. A lovely phone call. Well done. Thank you for that. 0330.
Nice to speak to you, Ray.
123 1215.
Right.
Rock stars.
I've just remembered there's a great line in The Doors of movie about Ray, which we can't repeat just now, but we'll talk about, which Billy Idol says when they're in a bar and they're all fairly drunk and it's in the daytime.
Yeah.
And Ray Manzarek is trying to get them out of the pub.
Yeah.
And Billy Idol, who's playing the part of a roadie, just says in a quite an eloquent sort of Cockney English accent, something Ray, but it's quite a nice...
Is it a W?
No.
Because they always get...
No, it's an F.
Oh.
Yeah.
The Doors are rubbish, aren't they?
The Doors are one of those bands that when you're 16 are listened to a lot. Now, a lot of people do tend to listen to them at that age while smoking pot. But is he a poet? I don't think so.
No.
He's not Keats, was he?
No.
They've got some good tunes, but...
Like Riders on the Storm, Like a Dog Without a Bone, An Actor Out on Loan. That doesn't even make sense.
Yeah.
Actors don't go out on loan. They get hired for jobs to act.
Well... Maybe
who loans actors?
Maybe in Venice Beach in the late 60s, early 70s, there was a case of loaning off the actor.
Kevin is in East London. Good evening, Kevin.
Good evening, Mr. Lee.
Good evening. Is there any chance you could speak louder and put your mouth near the phone?
How's that sound? Is that better?
You're on speakerphone, aren't you?
No, I'm on hands-free.
Same thing.
That's the same thing, yes. Is there any chance you could pick up the phone?
Okay, hang on a second.
It's hard life, isn't it?
Because there's an echo there, isn't there?
Yeah, there's an echo.
I hate these things. Hang on a second.
I think he's talking about you there.
How's that sound?
Yes, that'll do, sir. What can we do for you?
Basically, when you played Mumford & Sons near the start of the show...
Yes.
It sort of brought up a little bit of something that really, really gets my back up, which is censorship.
Yes.
How come on television that there's a watershed of 9 o'clock, where after 9 o'clock, any programme, they can swear as much as they want?
Yes.
But when it comes to radios,
yes,
right, to broadcasting on the radio, they have to play radio edits or radio spreads.
I can tell you exactly why. It's an old, outdated rule, which goes back to years and years ago when TV people didn't have lots of TVs in their houses and kids didn't have TVs in their bedrooms, and basically radio was seen as being more accessible to children and young people than TV was. So the argument would be that kids could be listening to the radio in their bedroom, but they probably wouldn't be watching the TV in their bedroom. Now it doesn't necessarily work like that anymore. And while
because TVs have infiltrated all the bedrooms,
they're everywhere
in many houses.
TVs can
kitchens.
TVs can. Remind me to tell you later on about time leaking. But we got rid of our TV in our bedroom recently, and it was great.
I think I haven't had a TV in my bedroom for years.
Yeah.
It created some more space. It also gave me a bit more thinking time. Not that I need too much of that. But it just makes your radio listening far pleasurable.
Yes.
You might talk about
it's far pleasurable.
Some different radio stations that you wouldn't have done.
I'm not a huge fan of swearing on the radio, Kevin, but yes, I do think that at 5 minutes to midnight, you know, if someone dropped the F-bomb, it should be all right, and we shouldn't have to apologise.
Yeah, and there's something else I'd like to just very quickly bring up, if it's okay.
Very quickly, because I've got to play Jet by Paul McCartney and Wings.
Okay, just very quickly, something that you and Dougie mentioned earlier about listening to particular tracks on albums.
Yes.
There was an article on the TV this morning about the Sunday Music Club, where people go down and they actually play the whole album all the way through of classic albums without any interruptions, because there's certain tracks in there that people think, oh yeah, I remember that one. And it's something worth checking out.
If I'm right in saying, Kevin, nobody can speak during it. Text. That's
right.
They just sit there, listen to like Blue by Joni Mitchell, and
nobody can go to the toilet.
Oh, that's torture! Yeah. I love to have a wee during Blue by Joni Mitchell.
I don't mind the no texting and stuff, but you kind of want to go because I know they played the Stone Roses was one of those albums, and maybe at the start of Sugar Spun Sister, or certainly during the instrumental break of I Am the Resurrection, you want to turn to your mate you've gone with and just go, that is a belting tune.
Now it's funny because I'm thinking of introducing a new feature on the show, which is I bore my wife with this, and she said, "Oh,
is it me talking to Kevin?"
No, we're gonna have to play Paul McCartney and Wings after the news at midnight. Now, blimey, did you spit into your hand?
No, I'm drinking this lemonade. And I just had it was slightly gaseous, so I kind of went down there. I'm spit into my hand.
I'm going to give away the chance for listeners to for me to go around to a listener's house. We'll put on a classic album that I know very well, for example, Abbey Road, and I will give them a fan's commentary of the album as it's happening. As I was doing to my wife the other day in the car, to the point where she said, "I'm not actually interested. I can't hear the song. Could you shut up?"
Now, how popular is this feature going to be? Do you think, at these early stages?
Well, I think I've not done any market research, but if I had done, I think it would come back very positive.
You could come. It's definitely got my backing.
Well, if it's got Kevin from East London's backing, then it's a goer. Kevin, listen, I'm going to let you go. Thank you very much for that.
Bye, Kevin. No, is it? But would they have had to? Would they know the album, or is it you introducing them to an album they don't know? And because you kind of need to know the songs if you're talking about them.
I know.
Yeah. Well, I think this is one of the big.
I thought about it the other day when I was driving to Windsor. I don't know.
You'd be more than welcome to come round to my house and test drive it.
Okay, well, but so it would be something like, yes, it would be an album
because it'd be like giving them facts about this is where this was recorded. Yeah, guess who's playing on this.
Yeah. Or and also it would be kind of describing the music as well. You said listen to this. The end of Abbey Road. Listen to the strings and McCartney's soft vocal.
And maybe you could branch out by describing things that you did whilst listening to certain songs over certain years. Like I fell in love to this song, or that got me through a bad relationship, or I remember being on the bus a lot whilst I listened to that song.
It's like the If You're Feeling Sinister album. I remember a lot from I was on the bus a lot, and I remember doing a horrible job and being so miserable, and everyone at lunchtime everybody was going to have lunch together, and I just walked up and down the Old Kent Road listening to that, and on the other side of that was Vic Chestnut album that hadn't recorded properly, and the radio had seeped into it a bit. And for years, I thought that was what it sounded like. I thought it was anyway. 0330 123 1215. If you'd like me to come round and describe a classic album to you, we're very, very late for this. We'll play Paul McCartney and Wings after these ads.
This is Absolute Radio. Absolute Radio. Jeff Lloyd's Home Time Show on Absolute Radio will soon be crossing the Atlantic to New York City to celebrate the brand new TV channel Sky Atlantic. And they only want you to join them.
Sky Atlantic is no ordinary channel. It's the home of HBO, and all Sky TV customers can enjoy some of the most hotly anticipated shows. From great new epics like crime drama Boardwalk Empire to the new series of Entourage and classics like The Sopranos.
Tell us a great story about why we should choose you at absoluteradio.co.uk, and you could be on your way across the Atlantic to join Jeff and the team in New York City.
Thanks to Sky Atlantic, launching on February the 1st. Let the stories begin.
Absolute Radio.
The night was magical as a fairy Febrezed all the way to Pampers Park. She was on a mission from Pantene to explore the herbal essence. She was bold and as quick as a flash. Lenore was delighted and said, Tampax, Ariel, let's always be friends and save money on our favourite brands.
We've got a great story for you. Your favourite brands can save you money at fantasticsavings.com. Spend £10 in store or online, register with fantasticsavings.com to find out more and claim back your £5 worth of coupons. Go to fantasticsavings.com for full terms and conditions.
From the 1st of March, marketing communications on websites will be regulated by the Advertising Standards Authority. Make sure your site complies. Find out more and get advice at asa.org.uk.
I just sold my Merc A-Class.
I just sold my Ford S-Max, Honda,
Civic, Nissan,
X-Trail.
I just sold my Rolls, Phantom.
I just sold my Jag, XJ,
Fiat,
Punto, Renault, Clio. I just sold my Land Rover.
I just sold my Saab, Coupe,
Audi, TT, Polo,
GT.
We buy any car from £50 right up to £100,000.
Enter your reg number now at WeBuyAnyCar.com.
The UK's favourite specialist car buyer, excluding Northern Ireland. A transaction fee from $49.99 may apply.
Okay, class, music on. Let's go. Time to warm up. 4 steps to the left. And Debbie, turn that thermostat up. 18 to 21 degrees. Okay, everyone, then forward. Pick up that bowl of hot soup and eat. And put on those extra layers. 1, 2, 3. Now, most important, check your neighbour. Are they okay? Good. Let's go!
There are lots of ways to warm up this winter. If you know someone at risk from the cold, check on them to make sure they're okay. Find out more at direct.gov.uk/keepwarmkeepwell.
Iain Lee's 2-hour-long late-night radio show starting at 11.
Oh dear, oh dear. What fun we're having. What's your favourite McCartney song from the 80s?
Pipes of Peace.
Spies Like Us. I was going to say something very profound about Paul McCartney and I've forgotten it. But anyway, I was saying, listening to Revolver and you hear songs like For No One and Here, There and Everywhere. Let's play one of those songs, shall we?
Yeah.
In a bit. He's brilliant. He's one of the best songwriters of all time, ever.
Yeah, but this isn't new news, is it? I mean,
but I think that some people, young people...
Ian Lee declares Paul McCartney was actually quite a good songwriter.
Beatles, they were all right. But there'll be people going, yeah, Paul McCartney's he's an idiot, he's a tosser, you know. But he's written some of the most amazing songs, and I think people forget that. They kind of look at him as a bit of a joke, and they shouldn't do, because he's brilliant.
Yeah, absolutely. But it's because of all the thumbs up stuff, isn't it? And
wacky thumbs aloft.
He seems to try and please everyone all of the time.
Yes.
Whereas he should just sit back and go, I'm Paul McCartney, this is my back catalogue.
Kiss my chuddies.
Yeah, I mean, you know, let's just talk about someone else for a change. Yeah. If I want to wear a suit and trainers, then let me do it.
Yeah, like Doctor Who.
Yeah.
I do that sometimes, but then I think, well, do I look like Paul McCartney? So I stop doing it. We've got loads of phone calls. Let's take some phone calls. Ian Lee on Absolute Radio, by the way. Dougie Anderson is here. Eloise is next door. We've got Charlie in Oxford. Hello, Charlie. Oh, now, Charlie's interesting. This is true. All of his friends' names begin with the letter C. Who's with you, Charlie?
We have Claire and Callum tonight. Carly's gone home and Caroline's at home with Carly.
And this is true, and this isn't an effect. And also, Dougie, I'm just going to write down something.
Yeah.
I'd like you to...
Dougie, don't say it.
I'm going to write...
I won't, Charlie. I won't.
Dougie, don't say it.
Hey, not saying anything.
Say it.
I can't.
Dougie can't do it. Okay, I'll do it. Eardrops. It causes a semi-sexual reaction. A semi-sexual reaction.
Semi-sexual reaction.
No, Charlie, gotta ask, are we talking a mixed group there? Are there males and females, or is it a bit lad heavy? What's going on in Oxfordshire? What's going on, Charlie?
Right here, 2 guys, 2 girls.
Okay, couples or just friends?
Just friends.
Okay,
we were having a masturbator. that sounds bad. A masturbate.
Oh, do you know what? I've never noticed that if you talk about a huge conversation, aka a mass debate, it sounds like masturbate.
It can well, the thing is, in the wrong mouth, it can sound a little bit crude.
Yeah,
but
I would never have thought. I should have thought of that before. We should do like a feature called sing off the top of my head, Ian Lee's mass debates because it's.
Do you know who would love that? Charlie. Because because Charlie enjoys words, syntax, being there with a male friend and 2 female friends.
He's like Noel Coward in More Ways Than One. Charlie.
Yes.
What do you want?
I want to know if I can be in your play.
Oh, well, now this is interesting. I'm writing a play for the show.
I know.
The New Pinter.
Thank you. In it, we meet God.
Oh,
it's very. We destruct. It's. Have you seen the film Head starring the Monkees, Dougie?
I haven't actually. No.
You and David Byrne both. That's something you have in common. Anyway, in it they deconstruct the Monkees myth by exposing themselves for what they really are: a manufactured tin band.
Before I forget,
yes,
have you seen the film with Paul Jones, Extra Manfred Mann, where he plays a pop star who's so popular they start a kind of new religion around him, done in the 60s? And there is a brilliant version of Jerusalem done in a 60s beat.
Wow, really?
Yeah, I can't remember the name of it.
Oh.
But we should talk about it later. Not with Charlie, because Charlie's obviously involved in a debate of massive proportions.
Not right now, we're not.
But anyway, the play is kind of like that in that we expose a few myths and we meet God.
Right.
I don't know if that's... They might be seen as a bit pretentious.
Well...
Come
on. All plays are pretentious.
It sounds quite good to me, Ian.
They met God in Star Trek 5.
I hear you also wrote my cheque.
I've written a cheque for you, yes.
Eloise told me.
The cheque, I'm giving Charlie £15 because I was being nice.
15? Yeah, it went up 5 because he got, didn't he?
Yeah, so it's being sent to you tomorrow, Charlie.
I know, Eloise told me.
And apparently you're not going to cash it.
I'm not. I'm going to frame it and put it on my wall.
Hey.
Everyone's a winner.
Fandom.
Everyone's a winner.
This is 12-10 fandom.
Well, Charlie, we're holding auditions tomorrow night for the play.
Okay.
So
what sort of things will I have to do for an audition?
Well, if you could prepare a piece, ideally one Shakespeare monologue and something a bit modern. You know.
Maybe I would say some Tennessee Williams. Maybe
yes.
Charlie. Maybe a passage from the Glass Menagerie.
Yes. Okay. Well, that's your text for tomorrow, Charlie.
Okay. Well, I'll make sure I get it. I also have one more thing to say.
Okay.
No, we all do. We've sort of been looking on YouTube, and is it Ghostbusters 2?
Have you only just found those?
What?
Yes, it is Ghostbusters 2, referring to my excellent days when I'd split up with a long-term partner and decided to spend the evenings crying, masturbating to Babe Station and phoning up those quiz channels and saying, is it Ghostbusters 2?
Now, out of the three things you mentioned there,
yes,
looking back,
yes,
what was the best?
The crying. I do like a good cry.
Because it releases the chemicals. You feel better afterwards.
It's nice.
You don't feel better sometimes after the other two.
I feel bad after definitely one of those. I feel very guilty. Those poor girls. But they get £220 a session, apparently.
Really?
Yeah. Anyway, the crying's good. I've not had a good cry for ages. And there are two types of crying that I like. I like the full-on sob, just... But I also like just watching a sad movie or even a sad advert and just crying a little bit.
And even sometimes it's a sad part in a movie. Can I give you an example?
When John Paul Jones sings Jerusalem.
No, not John Paul Jones.
Yes,
Paul
yes, okay. Yes.
Empire of the Sun.
Yeah.
And Jim, played by Christian Bale, obviously in the film of the Ballard.
Hang on a minute. Christian Bale.
Yeah, he's the little kid.
Yeah.
In Empire of the Sun.
Who is he now?
He's the man.
Is he the Batman?
Yes.
Is that the same person?
Same guy.
I've never seen Empire of the Sun, but
now has an American accent as well.
Oh, he's Welsh, isn't
he? English, I thought he was. Was he Welsh?
His mum might be Welsh.
But if you haven't seen the film... But anyway, he goes through this,
Yeah.
But there's a love about it when he kind of befriends another person who's killed by Basie, played by John Malkovich.
Yes.
Who was trying to give him an apple as a present.
Yes.
And that gets me every time. That makes me weep.
I did see a film recently. The Men Who Stare at Goats, I watched.
Mm-hmm.
It was all right.
Weeping potential?
Low.
Almost
nil.
Low.
Almost nil. But we should have a masturbate about it.
I
actually said masturbate then, so it didn't really... It's cheating.
I know, I chose to ignore that. I thought it was a bit poor.
Let's go to... Oh, it's Rob in Ponders End.
Hello, mate. How you doing?
Are you on speakerphone?
Yeah, hang on, I'll turn the radio down.
Please do, Rob.
Okay.
Rob, I'm writing a part in the play for you. I do hope you'll be in it.
Sorry?
I'm writing a part in the play for you. I do hope you'll be in it.
Oh God, yeah, definitely.
Okay.
Okay, right. So
can I just explain to Dougie who you are?
Yeah, go on.
Brief curriculum vitae. Mm-hmm. We don't call them resume because we are in this Latin-speaking country. Yeah. Rob has levitated in a police station in St Albans.
Sitting a biscus dam.
He was in prison drawing sex when a bug came from another dimension and landed on his drawing of sex.
Very richy.
And he's met God.
Yes, I have met
And
God.
drugs were not involved in any of these scenarios, apparently.
Well, they say the man who has met God is sometimes...
Yes, I am the man who's met God.
That's the saying. Well done. He completed it for you. He completed it for you. The man who's met God is, yes, sometimes I am the man who met God. So, Rob, you're through to Dougie Anderson. It's over to you and Dougie.
Hello, Dougie, mate. How are you? I don't know who you are. What, are you a comedian or some kind of broadcaster or something?
I'm something of a polymath, if you will, sir. I'm a
polymath?
A polymath. I'm
fantastic.
I'm a broadcaster, writer.
Okay. Do you write
left midfielder.
Television, film, novels, something like that?
Oh, yes. All manner of prose, and sometimes some of the other.
Do you write poetry?
I tried it, Rob, and I was in my teenage years, and it was poor.
May I interrupt?
Yeah, go on.
Can you make this conversation interesting, Rob? Otherwise I'm going to boot you off.
Okay, yeah. When I was in little...
No, too slow. Let's go to Richard in London. Hello, Richard.
Hello.
Hello there.
Hi.
Hi there, Richard.
You were talking earlier about how you wanted to come round to someone's house and describe an album to them.
Yes.
What kind of album did you have in mind?
Well, what kind of album, Richard, and I'll throw this back to you, did you have in mind?
Well, I've spoken to you before a bit about the Beatles.
Oh, you'd never heard the Beatles? Is that you?
Yeah.
And I reckon... This 15 years old, Richard, is that correct?
17 now.
17 now. Never heard the Beatles, phoned up and asked for suggestions. I went straight in there with the big guns, Revolver and Abbey Road.
Yeah.
Just straight in there. Mm-hmm. And you liked those, did you, Richard?
Yes.
Okay.
I was wondering if you'd like to come to my house and describe either one of those that I know quite well now, or maybe a new one I haven't listened to.
Tell me which Beatles albums... Have you heard them all now?
Pretty much. But some of them I find a little bit boring.
The early ones?
Yeah.
There's no shame in that. The early ones aren't very good.
Yeah, the early ones are...
The rock and roll stuff is not brilliant.
I'm sure it was amazing at the time, but they haven't dated as well as others.
Have you heard Beatles' Past Masters?
No, not really.
Interesting.
You're aware of the Past Masters, aren't you?
Yeah.
Is there enough good material on there to warrant a discussion of said album? I can't really remember. I know it's got the German songs on there, of course.
I think so. I think you could do it.
Maybe.
Can I? What's the setup here? I mean, is it going to be an evening, an afternoon? Is food provided? Do you have to bring food? Are there family members there? We kind of
Richard is allowed to invite who he wants. Mm-hmm. He has to provide me with a cup of tea.
Right.
Somewhere to sit down comfortable for my bottom.
Mm-hmm.
And that is it.
All right.
Oh. Sounds like a good deal.
I'm thinking though. Are you aware of a band called the Ruttles?
No.
Sweet, we're in. We're in. That's what he needs, isn't it? He needs a good ruttling. Do you think that would work, Dougie?
I think so.
I think it's worth. A punt. We're going to take a punt, Richard, and it'll be the Ruttles.
Okay.
Okay. I tell you what. If you send me an email,
yep.
We will sort something out.
Okay.
Good lad. Thank you for that.
All right, see you.
There we go. He sounds a little bit scared. Don't be scared by the Ruttles. Embrace the Ruttles.
Yeah. I think
could be fun.
He seems an erudite young chap.
I think he might get it. I've got to play a record.
Does it have drums in it, or is it? Oh, it does.
Yes.
Yeah.
Who is this? You know who this is. Come on.
Yeah, come on. Hold on.
Come on. Here we go.
Feeling good.
Feeling fine. Feeling nice.
Oh. It lacks the punch of Nickelback, though, doesn't it?
Surely the greatest rock and roll band in the world,
Nickelback.
Oh.
What do you mean? Surely the greatest rock and roll band in the world, Nickelback.
What you got is all so sweet. You gotta make it hot. Like a boomerang, I need a repeat. Give me all your loving, all your hugs and kisses too. Give me all your loving, don't let up until we're through. You gotta whip it up.
Absolute Radio is our name.
Absolute Radio. Jeff Lloyd's Home Time Show on Absolute Radio will soon be crossing the Atlantic to New York City to celebrate the brand new TV channel Sky Atlantic. And they only want you to join them.
Sky Atlantic is no ordinary channel. It's the home of HBO, and all Sky TV customers can enjoy some of the most hotly anticipated shows, from great new epics like crime drama Boardwalk Empire to the new series of Entourage and classics like The Sopranos.
Tell us a great story about why we should choose you at absoluteradio.co.uk, and you could be on your way across the Atlantic to join Jeff and the team in New York City.
Thanks to Sky Atlantic, launching on February the 1st. Let the stories begin.
Absolute Radio.
What does the BGR in BGR Bloomer stand for? B is for the brilliant legal advice you'll get if you've been injured in an accident at work that wasn't your fault. G is for the guarantee that your case will always be handled by a fully qualified solicitor. And R is for the remarkable way BGR Bloomer can help you claim compensation. BGR Bloomer. Fast, friendly and free. Call 0800 1 777 999. 0800 1 777 999.
Okay, class, music on. Let's go. Time to warm up. 4 steps to the left. And Debbie, turn that thermostat up. 18 to 21 degrees. Okay, everyone, then forward. Pick up that bowl of hot soup and eat. And put on those extra layers. 1, 2, 3. Now, most important, check your neighbour. Are they okay? Good. Let's go!
There are lots of ways to warm up this winter. If you know someone at risk from the cold, check on them to make sure they're okay. Find out more at direct.gov.uk/keep warm, keep well.
Iain Lee on Absolute Radio.
Thanks, Douglas. What's this the theme tune to?
Oh, I'm not sure.
Billy Liar.
Right.
Which is another good film.
Yes.
Iain, Absolute Radio. Dougie Anderson is here. Eloise is through there. I feel like I'm flagging a bit, Dougie. It's that kind of come down period, and it's all a bit sleepy. And
No, just pull yourself together. Go to the toilets, mop your brow, change the pants, and let's just.
Should we plug your website again?
Yeah, go for it.
Go on. What is it? MrDouglasanderson.com.
That's it.
There we go. I've done it.
That is it.
And Dougie Ando on Twitter.
Yeah, that's right.
Is there a Douglas Anderson on Twitter already?
I don't know.
Why did you not bother trying to type in your whole name?
I don't know.
I don't like new Twitter. I'd go as far as to say it's rubbish.
I thought, if someone retweets you on the old Twitter,
yes,
you would see whoever it was, but now it appears to be you only see if it's someone that follows you.
What?
Yeah.
That's bullshine. This is insanity. Julian Assange was right when he said something about things like this happening.
Yeah, this is not WikiLeaks. This is hard fact. You can't flag for the point is you cannot flag for the last half hour. Who's on after you?
Mark Crosley, Stills and Nash.
Mark Crosley, Stills and Nash.
Yes.
So he doesn't want flagging.
No.
Seeping into his like some rainwater would do into a cellar.
No, you talk about seeping. Here we go. Time.
I know.
Is leaking.
Yeah.
Have you read this?
No, I heard you talking about it.
Okay. Oh yeah. Oh, so you know about it then? I don't need to explain it any further.
No.
There we go. You see that, and that proves that it's leaked.
That is proof.
Yeah.
Of something leaking in time.
Yeah.
But that's all I can say on that.
Okay, thank you very much. We have Simon in Swansea, Daniel in Ashgrove, or Max in Crouch End. Who would you like to talk to, Dougie?
Well, let's go for Simon, because we haven't gone to Wales yet tonight, have we?
Okay, let's go to Swansea, Wales. Simon, yes?
Hello.
You're not coming into the studio, by the way.
Oh.
He keeps sending me emails saying, I'm going to be in London, can I come into the studio? Well, no, of course you can't. That's insane.
Yeah, but for you to sign my cast before it gets taken off.
Sign your Cast LP. Do you remember Cast?
Oh, so what's it all about? Do you really want to know? Find time, do the right time, make a change.
Sandstorm blowing in my eyes.
That first album's good, though. It's a nice enough album.
It's too long.
Oh,
it goes on for...
Here she comes again.
It goes on for more than one side of a C90
I'm
cassette.
on my feet, but I can't seem to stand. I'm in control, but I ain't got command.
Have you seen the Lars since they reformed a couple of years ago?
Yes, I've seen a couple of times. Saw them at Glastonbury, I think. Maybe.
The festival?
And and Shepherd's Bush Empire. Exactly like they would have been back in the day.
Ooh.
Came on, did all the songs you knew, went off stage again.
Did they say, here's a new one?
No.
Yeah, that's what you want, isn't it? Well done, those lads.
No.
Well done.
Walk away, walk away, walk away.
What was the... Well, I've got that album on cassette, which is why it's not on my iPod. What was the... what have we got any Lars here? Let's have a look. Sorry, Simon, with you in a second. Let's see if we've got anything that's
I'm
not...
just checking my emails.
Oh, I like... it's not on here.
What, Lars? On the Lars album?
The melody always finds me whenever the thought reminds me. That's a great song.
Making a tune inside my ears. So, how's Swansea tonight, big fella?
It's cold, very cold.
Why are you not out getting a kebab, a beer and a fight with a lady?
Because Wednesday night is student night.
Student night!
Yeah, students.
So on Tuesday night, we stay in and prepare.
Okay.
So it's like meditation.
Yes.
Just preparing myself.
You're just preparing yourself, of course. I've been to Swansea. I went to Swansea a few years ago with my wife. Before she was my wife, she was my lover then. We're not anymore. And we thought we'd go for a nice weekend somewhere, and we went to Swansea.
Whereabouts in Swansea?
We went to that hotel that's a spa by the water.
Right.
Anyway, in Swansea we saw a peacock. But also, we decided to go on a topless bus for a ride around. You know what you get in London?
It's a tourist bus.
You get in London, you get the topless bus and you go around it, and it goes on for like about 4 or 5 hours, and you see many, many things.
There's the spa centre, they'd say.
At one point on this journey, on the topless bus, it went down a motorway. Honestly, we're on the top of a topless bus. It's going down a bloody motorway. And we're freezing.
That is one of the best things about Swansea. I have to show it off.
And there was literally nothing for us to see. There was a castle, and we started at the castle, so we'd seen the castle, and and then we went on a motorway, and then we came back on the motorway.
If Swansea City Football Club hadn't have moved to a purpose-built stadium, the bus you would have got two for the price of one, because there was a prison, I think I'd be right in saying, right beside the old football ground.
Yeah.
So you'd see the football ground and the prison, which might be interesting.
A prism?
A prison.
Prison?
Yes.
A prism.
Prison break.
Series 1 and 2 were good.
Prison
Series...
for you if you're bad, my lad.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Or is it, though?
Well...
They let these criminals just get off scot-free.
How long do you have to be in prison for it to be a good thing, but how quickly does a good thing turn into a bad thing?
Now, I was unaware, open prisons, and you know there's this riot...
What, open? How many?
You know...
See what I did there?
Yes.
Jenny Faulkner.
Jenny Faulkner. She's a beautiful lady.
Yeah, well, I mean, she's got her knockers, but I'm not one of them.
That's my favourite joke.
Yeah.
I made that joke today on This Morning, in fact.
Did you?
Yeah, I did. Anyway, so...
Did the voiceover come over? Classic Lee. That is classic Lee.
So, you know there's a riot at the prison open prison recently.
Yes, I saw it on the news network.
Basically... I didn't realise it's open prison. Basically, it's just huts in a field, and a road goes through the middle of it.
It looked like, you know those...
That's no punishment. They've probably got PlayStations as well.
The places where
camp.
chickens are held in.
Chicken coops.
Chicken coops. Well, from the helicopter, which the news stations had up there quickly.
The newscopter.
Yeah.
Yes.
They looked just like a place where chickens were being...
Chicken coops. We've already established that's what it's called, Doug. Come on, focus. Come on, stay with me.
I dithered for a second there, but I'm back on track.
Well done.
It's 003323, and we've got to make these last, what does that work out, 45 minutes work.
Open prison, what's the point?
Well...
If it's just like being in the hen run, chicken coop.
Yeah.
There's no point. There's no point. Oh, Simon, are you still there?
Yeah, sorry, I just called.
I know we were discussing open prisons.
Yeah. Simon,
Yeah,
prisons.
I was listening.
Good thing, bad thing. Good thing, bad thing. Simon?
What, open prisons?
Well, prisons in general. Good thing, bad thing. What's your answer?
Good thing. Prisons are good things.
Okay.
Open prisons. Hello there.
Simon, you're in Swansea. Say hello to a fellow countryman from Cardiff.
Hello there.
It was Cardiff I went to, not Swansea.
You're joking?
It was Cardiff.
Really?
Yeah, not Swansea.
We say Cardiff in there, don't we?
Yeah, Terry can make women orgasm just by talking to them.
Oh wow! See if you can make a man orgasm by talking to me, Terry.
Well, it wasn't meant to.
No, this is not working, Terry. So far, that does not.
Thanks for calling, Terry. It was Cardiff I went to, Simon, not Swansea.
Cardiff is good. I can see how you got those two.
But so you're saying the bus in Swansea also goes up the motorway?
No, there is a bus from the place I live that goes up the.
But is it a topless tour bus?
We're not a topless tour.
Okay, in that case, that whole last 10 minutes is
So you went to
false.
a spa hotel in Cardiff with your lover, who's now your wife.
But yeah, this Simon chap seemed to... He just wanted to be friends with me, because he's going,
Well, I got the impression that Simon was really running with the whole story there, and not only enjoying it, but trying to put some of himself into it as well.
Do you want to pick a song?
Yep, what's the choice?
Lady Gaga or LaBelle? No, whatever. Pick something and we'll see if we've got it. Bearing in mind, this is absolute, this is not 6.
Okay, well, we need something to G us up a bit for the last 25 minutes.
Definitely.
The big 2-5.
Yes.
So, what about Jumping Jack Flash?
It's a gas.
Yeah.
Jumping Jack Flash. It's a gas. Do you want it?
I don't want the Whoopi Goldberg version.
Ah, okay. Hang on a minute. Let's go to... This is strange.
We've got some choices.
We've got Destiny's Child on here. Jumping Jack Flash by the Rolling Stones.
Yep, the Rolling Stones.
An
excellent live version of which can be found on Get Your Yayas Out, recorded on the 1969 tour of America, not just in Madison Square Garden, as is widely believed, but also a couple of tunes from the gig in Baltimore.
And now, for their second and final appearance at the Beacon Theatre, please welcome the Rolling Stones!
You can't do that! Stop it! We can't have the Rolling Stones at the Beacon Theatre. That's from Shine a Lights, isn't it?
Oh, sorry.
You gotta have the original of the 1969 live version.
Okay, let's see what... Hang on, there was another live... Let's have a look. Hang on a second. Sorry, I know it's fine.
No, we did the right thing. We got it off.
We got it off. Let's see what this one is. Hang on.
Yes.
Are there any swears in it?
No.
And does the audio quality get any better than this?
Yeah. Then we'll have a listen. Have a listen to the first bit. See what you think. Here, the drums are coming in now.
There we go. Terrible fidelity. We're Absolute Radio, for God's sakes.
Oi, everyone. Why don't you listen to some more Absolute Radio? That's what I'm going to do. The £1,000 mixtape. You can win £1,000 a day. To win the cash, just identify the clips of the songs that you can hear on our lovely radio stations. The stations you're listening to now is Absolute Radio.
A chip on your windscreen needn't be a hassle when you call Autoglass directly. We'll come to wherever you are at the most convenient time for you to do the repair. And if you're fully comp, it's usually free and won't affect your no-claims bonus.
Call Autoglass directly on 0800 234 234 or visit autoglass.co.uk.
Autoglass repair, Autoglass replace.
No, that's not right.
Iain Lee.
Iain Lee.
Absolute
Radio.
When I was younger, I saw my daddy cry and curse at the wind. He broke his own heart and I watched as he tried to reassemble it. And my mama swore that she would never let herself forget. And that was the day that I promised I'd never sing of love if it does not exist. But darling, you are the only exception. You are the only exception. Well, maybe I know somewhere deep in my soul that love never lasts, and we've got to find other ways to make it alone or keep a straight face. And I've always lived like this, keeping a comfortable distance. And up until now I had sworn to myself that I'm content with loneliness, because none of it was ever worth the risk. Well, you are the only exception. 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 I've got a tight grip on reality, but I can't let go of what's in front of me here. I know you're leaving in the morning when you wake up. Leave me with some kind of proof it's not a dream. You are the only exception. 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 And I'm on my way to believing. Oh, and I'm on my way to believing.
Well, the show's gently winding down, Dougie.
10 minutes left, apparently.
Yeah, then we play a record, then Mark Crossley, Stills and Nash comes on and does his thing, which is an excellent thing.
How long's he on for again? 3 hours?
He's on for 6 weeks.
6 weeks.
6 weeks.
6 weeks without a break.
Yep.
And that goes right through to the next Christian O'Connell show.
That's correct. Wow. Yes, yeah, that's long. Are you doing anything at the moment, Dougie? Can we see you anywhere? Listen to you anywhere? Because I like you, and I'd like you should be. I always say this. I always say you should be on TV more. And sometimes when I go for jobs. And it's obvious I've not got it. Only when it's obvious I've not got it. I always say, you should see Dougie Anderson. He'd be good for this. And they go, no. Which is, no, they do. And I think that's bad, really, because you should be on TV more. I never forget when you were doing the Red Bull flying thing.
With Connie Huck.
With Connie Huck.
Connie Huck.
And I tweeted you saying, you bum Red Bull. And you wrote back saying something very, very rude. And I thought, I've offended him.
That's right.
I'm assuming, although they've not been in touch yet, that I'm hosting the new 10 o'clock show on Channel 4.
Well, when it's on Thursday, isn't it?
Yeah, I've not seen my face on the posters, but
you'll probably get a phone call tomorrow morning.
Yeah.
Afternoon prep.
Yeah.
Early to bed.
Yes.
Well, early to bed, sort of. And then afternoon rehearsal, then you'll be going live at 10.
Yeah, I would thought that they wouldn't do that without asking me to be on it. That would be...
But because you're a satirist.
Exactly, yes. For example, those bankers getting all that money for the bonuses.
What do you think about that?
I think they've got a bloody cheek. Coming up next,
satire.
Yeah, that's it, and that's all you need to do. You need to, because the thing I've noticed about satire is it doesn't have to be funny to get a round of applause. I was listening to the Mark Thomas show on Radio 4 the other day, and I picked it up from that. We've got Daniel in... Oh, you might know him. He's from Aberdeen. Hello, Daniel.
Hello.
Hello. How's it going in Aberdeen?
Oh, it's not bad.
Would you like me to give you a blowjob?
No, thanks.
I'll pleasure you with my tongue.
I'm perfectly heterosexual, thank you.
Oh, me as well, but I can say it in a Scottish accent.
Oh, well done.
Thank you very much.
Well done.
Anyway, now I've shown you yet another skill, and hopefully Spielberg is listening
This
to
is all good for the play tomorrow.
No, that's not an actual skill. You can't do a Scots accent, I'm afraid.
Excuse me? Typical Scot getting a bit arsey.
No,
Racist.
No, I'm perfectly friendly.
Well, you've just said I can't do a Scottish accent when I'll tell you what, I'll ask a real Scot. Douglas, what did you think of my Scottish accent?
Started well.
Yes, it did.
Middle bit fairly shaky.
Yes.
And the end was an unmitigated disaster.
Harsh, but I appreciate your honesty. Thank you for sharing that.
Somebody had to be honest.
Thank you.
Well done, Dougie.
Thank you, sir.
All right, you two, stop. Get your tongues out of each other's ear holes.
Okay, I'm just blowing smoke up his, what's it?
That's an unfortunate phrase, isn't it? Blowing smoke. Can I
up the chimney. Blowing smoke up the chimney.
Yes, yes.
But the bum chimney.
The chimney of life, not the bum chimney.
That's the phrase. I want to blow some smoke. I don't want to blow smoke up your ass, but
I want to blow some smoke up your bum chimney. What?
Oh, he's laughing at you. I said it first, and he no silence. And then Dougie says it, and he's oh, that's very funny, man. Very funny. Anyway, Daniel, what do you want, you bigot?
Bigot. I'll give you bigot.
Bigot. This guy actually hates me.
I want to talk to you about tinfoil.
Daniel, can you stay there for 1 second? We've got the weirdest phone number. It's come up on the screen. It's got more nines than I've ever seen. Hello, who's this?
It's Rod.
Where are you calling from?
India.
Fantastic!
Rod.
I'm not kidding.
No, I know, your phone number is insane. I've never seen anything like it. It's got...
I know, right?
1, 2, 3, 4... It's got 6 nines in it.
This is... You must be listening on the internet. This is the power of the computer.
Are you listening on the internet? Because you've bumped Scotland out of the Glamour Stakes. Daniel's now fuming.
My internet's not working.
So how are you... why are you calling us?
I just wanted to say hi. I called a couple of weeks ago.
Okay, don't need a CV.
Sorry?
Yeah, okay, well, and you've called to say hi. Well, whereabouts in India are you?
I'm in Delhi.
Delhi. I've been to Delhi.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. What are you doing there?
I live here.
Fantastic. How long have you lived there for? Because you've got a very strong English accent.
I've lived here for 3 years.
Wow, okay, well done banging on that. Well, listen, could you call us again maybe later in the week, but at an earlier time?
Not really, because your show's on from 11 until 1.
Yeah.
Which in India time, because the time difference, is 3:30 till 6:30.
Okay.
So I've woken up at 6 to call in.
Okay, well, in that case...
So they're not only hours, but half hours.
Yeah, they're half... Yes, they are half an hour, which is mental, isn't it? Why would they do that?
I don't know.
Yeah, but Nepal is like something... It's something like 5 hours and 15 minutes.
No, there's not a 15-minute time difference.
There's not a place called Nepal. What can I name that?
Yes.
No, there is actually. Is called Nepal. I'm looking
Well,
at
hang on a minute. This is Hands Across the Water. What was your name again, my Indian dwelling friend?
Rod.
Rod. Well, Rod, say hello to Grumpy Daniel from Aberdeen.
Hi, Grumpy Daniel from Aberdeen.
Hello, my Indian friend.
Oh, hi.
I'm not grumpy. What are you talking about?
Only a
I'm
grumpy
happy.
person would say that.
I'm effervescent.
Okay.
Effervescent, that's for shower gel.
Kind of really losing the...
Hey, focus.
Focus.
Why don't we try and steamroll through some phone calls? If they left, just have quick boom, boom, boom.
Shall I cut these off then?
Hello?
Okay,
Well,
they've gone.
well,
We've done that, Dougie. That was your
wasn't,
segment.
that wasn't my call.
No.
But I may have suggested
Okay, well, let's rattle through some calls. Let's go to...
Okay.
yes, Max! Okay, we rattled through that. That was good. Let's go to line 1. 1, you're on the wireless.
Oh, Jesus, no.
One nut, one nut in heaven. It's one nut,
And
Mark.
you kiss me.
It's one nut, Mark. He's only got one nut.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Only got one, not me.
Yeah.
So it's very sad.
Yeah. I'm hot again now.
I'll tell you what, I'll talk to one nut Mark.
Oh, hello there, pal. How are you?
Not bad, Mark. Not bad at all.
I rang in as an experiment. Because I call it quite a lot, but tonight I'm drunk.
All right.
I'm back by the dump button. Don't worry, I'm hovering.
No, I won't swear. I'll never swear. I'm not. I don't like profanity.
You did use the word coloured the other day, so...
Yes, all right. Yes.
So let's steamroll through those calls.
I got a right backlash because of that, you know.
Well,
Let's go to line 3. 3, you're on the wireless.
Hey, man.
Hey, man.
Sorry, I'm just eating cheese sandwich.
Oh, I'm going to have a lovely...
Oh, yes.
I'm back to the cheese
It just
sandwich,
works,
I think.
doesn't it?
Yeah.
It works.
Mayonnaise. What would your extra... You're allowed one extra filling in the sandwich, Dougie. What would it be?
Mustard.
Dougie!
I'd probably go for some Waitherton and ham.
Would you really? I've been considering eating meat again. But I haven't.
Why? I mean, is this for health reasons or...?
I really fancy a bit of lamb.
Oh, nice bit of lamb, some mint sauce, potatoes.
I have the mint sauce anyway. Mint sauce on roast potatoes is one of God's gifts to humanity. It really is. It just makes me think there's something bigger than all of us.
God gave us many gifts throughout his...
God gave us life, hallelujah.
God is good. God is
like
great.
Mick Cabot, you know,
He's your friend, and he's my mate, yeah. Did you know a little guy I like to call Jesus H. Christ? He's got his friends. He's got the people that don't like him because he's Jesus Christ. And God is good. He drinks the beer and he eats his food. We sing, party up for the hands. Party down with the hands. Hands go up and hands go down. Hands stay up for party. Hands go up and hands go down. Jesus having parties.
Hands stay up for party. Hands stay up for party. I knew it was worth you coming in. It took an hour and 53 minutes. We got the goal. Line 1, hands stay up for party. Hello, line 1.
Hello, how you doing?
Yeah, good. We're having a great time here. It's lovely to talk to you. What can I do for you?
Just wondering about Iain with 2 eyes. What's that about?
This is a great way to spell it. What's your problem?
Nothing. I've just never seen it before. I've never spoken to someone called Iain, let alone someone called Iain.
It's not a very good name. I'll be honest. It's not a very good name, but it's the Scottish way.
Yeah, it's not a bad name.
You're right, Dougie.
Yeah. Just put my hands back down. Just having a little party break.
The party is over. What's your name?
My name's Liam with 1 eye.
There you go, Liam. It's male backwards. It's a ridiculous name. Tomorrow we'll do that. What's your name backwards?
Well, that's gonna get the listeners in. Sounds like a bit of a party type of thing to do, isn't it?
Doug, it's lovely to see you.
Oh, you too.
You have an open invitation to come in whenever you want. Not too often, obviously. That would ruin the magic a little bit. But any time you want to. And before you go, I'm going to get my diary out. We'll sort out a luncheonette.
Luncheon in the North London area.
It'll be very nice. We'll get some food and maybe have a little drink beside it as well.
Will there be coffee involved, do you think?
Yes. I haven't drunk coffee for 5 years. I've allowed myself to have 1 cup of fresh coffee a day, and I must say I'm really, really enjoying it. It's had terrible headaches and depression for the first week, but I'm really, really enjoying it. Dougie, the website is MrDougieAnderson.com.
Mr. Douglas Anderson.
Douglas Anderson, and it's Dougie Ando, at Dougie Ando on Twitter.
On Twitter, yeah.
Okay, it's always a pleasure to see you. Mark Crosley, Stills and Nash is up next. Eloise, thank you very much. Tomorrow's show, we've got David Byrne, which is very exciting. Quite a stilted interview because he's a very quiet man, and I was a bit nervous, and, that
sounds like a massive media disclaimer going in there. It might not be a good interview that you hear tomorrow night, but hey, he did his best. Iain did his best under difficult circumstances. His hands will stay up for party tonight.
Ta-ta!